and welcome to day 3 of Yoga Fundamentals. Yes, we are keeping the fun and fundamentals. You're welcome. So you've made it through day 1 and day 2, and we are going to do some of the same things today that we did on day 1. So we're going to do a forward fold and a downward dog, and we're going to incorporate them into a sun salutation. There are a lot of different types of yoga that use sun salutations. Don't be scared of it. Just know it means you're going to normally do 3 times a certain series of movements. So if you don't get it on the first time, you can usually get it on the second or third or the next time you come. But why not do it a couple times with me right now so that the next time you go to a yoga studio, or if you're doing one of my videos, you know what's coming next. Okay, so we're going to come to the top of our mat. And just like we always do, we're gonna ground down here. You can do the warming exercises before this video if you like, but this is also part of warming yourself up for yoga. So we're just gonna make sure we have a nice stable base. We're gonna bend our knees, and remember, arms come down and then up overhead. As we do that, we're gonna inhale and then exhale down to forward fold, whatever yours looks like. Come to that halfway lift, then hands come down to the mat, and we're gonna step back with our left foot and step back with our right. And here's where you have some options. You can bring your knees down, feet flat, then your chest and your chin, and come into what's called a baby cobra. So you're just pushing through the hands a little tiny bit, or you can come all the way to an upward dog. And then we'll come all the way back down. We curl the toes under, and then we push up to our plank. And then sits bones come all the way up. We're in a downward dog again. Here you have more options again. You can walk your feet up to your hands, or you can step up left, step up right, and come that way. Or, even more options, for later on, if this is your first time doing it, please don't do this. But if you've done this a few times before, you can look up, sorry, we're in down dog, you can look up between your hands, and you can hop your way, as long as you're having a nice soft landing when you hop. Okay, so then we'll inhale, arms up and overhead. I'm going to do 3 sun salutations. I'm going to use all 3 variations of what I just showed you. And you can pick your own so that when we do the full sequence at the end of the week, you'll know what you'll want to do. So here we go again. Deep knee bend, slight knee bend, whatever works for you. Arms up and overhead. We're going to forward fold, halfway lift, hands down to the mat. We're going to step back left, step back right, knees, chest, chin down to the mat. We're going to do a baby cobra. Come on all the way back down. Curl your toes under, push up, sits bones to the sky, arms between, sorry, your head goes between your arms. And we'll just breathe here. 3 breaths. And then we're going to walk our feet up to our hands. Knee bend, arms come up and overhead. Exhale down. So that was 1. We're going to do 2 more. Knee bend, arms up and overhead. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands come down to the mat. We're going to step back left. We're going to step back right. We're going to have our knees down. And then this time, if you like, you can really slowly kind of scoop your nose along the mat. Come up to upward dog. You pick whichever of these variations works for you. And then we're going to push all the way up. Sits bones to the sky. Arms straight with a slight micro bend at the elbow. Head in between the arms. And we'll take 3 breaths. If your heels are not meeting the mat, maybe just a little lifted, that's okay. This time I'm going to look up between my hands and I'm going to do that full step forward with my left foot and then a full step forward with the right. And we're going to take our deep inhale, arms come up and overhead, and exhale. One more time, another variation. So knees bent, arms up and overhead. Exhale down. Halfway lift. Hands down to the mat, step back left, step back right, and you might see this as well. So you can lower your body down, shift forward, flatten your feet on the top, and then come to an upward dog. You're gonna curl your toes under, and I usually will do a push-up here. This is for way later. And then push to down dog. And we'll take 3 breaths. We're going to look up between the hands and we're going to step forward left and step forward right. Bend the knees ever so slightly. Inhale all the way up and overhead. And exhale down. So you can use whichever of those variations you like. Remember, when you're in a yoga class, it's yoga your way. You decide. So if you have a teacher that's telling you, you must, I mean, if they're giving you form clues that are keeping you from being injured, that's one thing. But if you are uncomfortable in a posture and you can't do it or you don't want to do it, you have the right to say no. So you choose whichever way you want to do this, or don't do it at all, and we'll see you tomorrow.